rights. Lagos State Government pledges to uphold quality education in tertiary institutions. House of Representatives calls on Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to suspend implementation of new tariff. On the foreign scene, 4 officers shot dead, 4 wounded in South Carolina home siege. In sport, Nigeria Football Federation tasked Super Eagles coach on team's qualification for 2026 World Cup. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Government has vowed to continue to uphold the quality of education in its tertiary institutions to be able to compete favorably globally. Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Tolani Sule, who gave the assurance at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa, Ikeja, hinted that within 1 year, Lagos State University Lasuojo introduced 20 new programs, including BSc Architecture, BA Fine Arts, to add value and complement existing ones. According to him, LASU also produced a total of 282 first-class graduates in the 2023 session, as well as 10 first-class graduates from the law school. Other achievements include infrastructural development, hostel facilities, library interventions, digitalized staff and student procedures and learning process, security and disability support, among others, while hinting that planning is underway to commence marine economy and rail technology courses at the Lagos State University for Science and Technology, which now has over 5,000 students in just 2 years. The commissioner listed other achievements to include infrastructural development and new hostel facilities for over 2,000 students in LASU.
Mr. Governor has always given attention, given approval, giving support at all times to matters that concerns awards of scholarship and bursary. We will tell you that yes, this will make a lot of impact in their lives, and it will make them focus more on their learning.
In his opening remark, the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Motosho, who stated that the annual ministerial press briefing was initiated to render account of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration to Lagosians, noted that government-owned tertiary institutions in Lagos State do not join industrial actions, which has made them highly competitive for admission. Our correspondent Adeola Akinele quotes the Commissioner for Tertiary Education as saying that the state recorded unprecedented industrial harmony and peace, which resulted in seamless academic activities on all government-owned higher institutions, while also announcing the introduction of a special scholarship of inclusion to empower people with disabilities and indigent students pursue their education aspirations. Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Oloruntoyin Atakoja, has received the car driven by Pelumi Nubi from London to Lagos on Sunday at J. Randall Center for Yoruba Culture and History, Unikon, Lagos Island. The car was received by the Permanent Secretary on behalf of the Commissioner, Token Benson Awinka, as it will serve as an iconic tourism asset to be kept there in the museum for historical purposes. Oloruntoyin Atakoja said Governor Sanwo-Olu is pleased with Ms. Pelumi Nubi for taking such a single bold step, stressing that Pelumi, whose resilient spirit she survived against all odds, is such an inspiration worthy to be emulated. She appreciated her parents for supporting her on the journey and encouraging her resilient strength as a woman to embark on such a journey, advising other women to emulate her resilient spirit and not just drive cars but drive positive change in their societies and homes. Pelumi's father, Professor Nubi, thanked the state government for the recognition and also prayed that car driven from London to Lagos by his daughter Pelumi served its good purpose of driving tourists to the museum. It will be recorded that Pelumi Nubi, a young Nigerian travel and content creator, embarked on a solo trip from London to Lagos and Lagos, Nigeria, and arrived in Lagos on the 7th of April 2024 and was given a grand welcome reception at the state and country by the Lagos state government. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has announced the delivery of a brand new mining corporation to Nigerians that would galvanize the nation's solid minerals sector. Alake made this known in his remarks at the opening ceremony of a 2-day roundtable summit on development of mining industry in Nigeria, with the theme Sustainable Development of the Mining Industry in Nigeria, organized by the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPSS, in partnership with Brits Custode in Abuja. Alake said the Tinubu-led administration is already recording success in the solid mineral sector, and he disclosed that the president will soon perform a milestone event in the mining sector, which is on the heels of the collaboration by the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development and the Nasarawa state government. He also expressed optimism that a $1 trillion economy projected by the president is achievable and will surpass it based on the enormous solid mineral resources and as well as in other sectors. And now to the rest of the stories. The House of Representatives has called on the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to suspend forthwith the implementation of the new electricity tariff nationwide. According to report, many Nigerians accused NERC of migrating most consumers to Band A, even as they complained of epileptic supply. Coming out of the motion of urgent public importance at the resumption of the plenary, a member representing Zara Onitsha Federal Constituency, Ebonyi State, Nkem Kama, reminded his colleagues of the need to address key issues surrounding the sudden hike in electricity prices in Nigeria. Nkem Kama noted that the motion highlights concerns over due process, fairness, and the impact on consumers. He also noted that the motion aims to restore public trust, protect consumer rights, and ensure regulatory accountability in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. It will be recalled that NERC recently mandated electricity distribution companies to change Band A consumers' increased tariff in a move aimed at ensuring a stable power supply for those who can't pay for it. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, has announced that social media have become a priority and issue of national security. Ribadu stated this in Abuja at a meeting with spokesperson of organizations under the umbrella of Strategic Communication Interagency Policy Committee. According to NSA, negative use of social media constituted both local and global threats. Ribadu directed media managers in the defense, security, and response agencies to change their approach to engaging with the public and countering disinformation from enemies of the country. He promised to ensure that government communication aligned with President Bola Tinubu's vision and directives, and the messages were all coordinated and in line with national security objectives and values. In foreign news now, 4 law enforcement officers have been fatally shot and 4 others were wounded, while 7 an arrest warrant in Charlotte, North Carolina. A suspected attacker was found dead in the front yard of a barricaded home after a standoff that lasted 3 hours. It is one of the deadliest assaults on United States law enforcement in recent years. The officers were part of the United States Marshals Service-led task force. Police Chief Johnny Jennings said it was the worst attack on police officers he could recall in his 30 years in the force. In sport now, the newly appointed Super Eagles head coach Finidi George has been tasked with the responsibility of ensuring the teams qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Finidi's appointment was confirmed by the Nigeria Football Federation The Super Eagles are yet to record a win in the qualifiers after drawing their opening 2 games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. According to a member of the NFF Technical Committee, in the month of June, Nigeria will play the games of their lives against South Africa and Benin. It also said the new coach will also be expected to give players playing their football in Nigeria a more decent chance in the Super Eagles. That's it on the news at 4, but just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Please do not drive beyond the specified speed limit. You can also follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture set to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has vowed to continue to uphold the quality of education in its tertiary institutions to be able to compete favorably globally. The House of Representatives has called on the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission to suspend forthwith the implementation of the new electricity tariff nationwide. We also told you that 4 law enforcement officers have been fatally shot and 4 others wounded while serving an arrest warrant in North Carolina. Finally, in sport, newly appointed Super Eagles head coach Finidi George has been tasked with the responsibility of ensuring the teams qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon and welcome to the return trip.